Might and Magic, Book 1. We're here again. Yes, we are. Okay. Let's just jump right into it. And it always asks if I'm ready. And I don't know, like, if I wasn't ready, where's the option to turn around and hang my head in shame and go home? See, a good game would present you with that option, just for fun. Alright, and we are located in the Inn of Dusk. Now, maybe Dusk isn't the best place to farm EXP, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe we want to go back to either Portsmouth or Algery. Either one is an option. But for now, let's go ahead and set up our party. So, Paladin, Knight, Cleric, Robber, Archer, and then the Mage. Ah, familiar territory, isn't it? Looks like everybody's all full on health and spell points. For the most part. Food. We're a little low on food. And that's an issue. Being low on food is an issue. And I'm gonna tend to that very soon. However, before I do that, I'm just off screen here, I'm bringing up my map. Because in this game, you need maps. You need maps bad. Alright. So we're in the town of Dusk. It is Dusk is a town that it's famous for its big, dark illusion maze. And beyond the illusion maze, there's a cemetery. It's like the Cemetery of Doom, or something like that. And there's monsters in there that will kick your ass without even breaking a sweat. Like, you won't even get a turn. They'll kill you so hard, you don't even get a turn to retaliate. We're gonna stay away from that. We're gonna try not to go in there. Where I'm gonna be going is the illusion maze. Alright, 1 in 5, so just casted a lasting light spell and some leather skin. Oh, look at that. First encounter is the centaurs. I love these things. The great thing about centaurs is they can just completely disable your entire party if they feel like it. They don't always feel like it, but when they do, it's not even an issue for them. So, let's see, what can my mage do? Well, my mage can't really do a whole lot, but I think getting some lightning out there would help. There we go, just kind of injure all of them. Let's have the cleric cast Blessing. Now, all of this is probably going to be for nothing in a turn or two, but we'll see about that, you know? Okay, it's their turn, and they all get a chance. They all get their chance to attack. All that wonderful damage right there. Okay. Now, who's the most injured? Albert. Albert is the most injured. Lambda as well. Lambda is also very injured. And, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and cast a heal spell on Lambda. Oh, look, the centaurs, they get another turn. Why don't they? Oh, also, yeah, here they go. They can sleep. The centaurs can just put the whole party to sleep. That's real fun right there. Oh, look, you thought maybe the centaurs, they hadn't had enough turns. Oh, they get another turn. Yeah, they get another turn. Okay, so whoever's not dead, please retaliate. Oh, you missed. Cast Awaken. There we go. So that wakes everybody up. It's one of those things where it's, you know, too little, too late. But I'm gonna go ahead and get my lightning bolt out there. Oh, there goes Lambda. Lambda is down now. So I'm gonna do a heal spell, get them back on their feet. Okay, there's only 3 centaurs left, but that's all it takes. All it takes is 1 centaur to chain sleep the entire party. Okay, we're doing damage here. I think we might have it. We might got it. Let me get Albert back up. Okay, let's try to go for the kill here. Oh, look, they cast sleep. They just cast sleep. That's nice. That's fun. Yep, there goes Burn. So we just lost our healer. All right, Meryl is fighting back. That's good. Electric Arrow. We won. 333 points of EXP for everyone. That's great. Let's rest. Okay, no encounters. But we need to have Burn cast the light spell and the leather skin spell. Okay, so we won. It was a little tight, but we won. Now, how about the loot? Oh, look at that, a wooden box. I'll take it. It's magic and it's trapped. That's my favorite kind of box. Let's have Albert try to crack it. Oh, acid trap! Sprays the whole party right in the face. But hey, you got 8 gold and 35 gems and a club. Now, Mike is blinded right now, so hold on. Let me see if I have a spell for that. I love it. There's a lot of spells in this game just to, I mean, most games have, like, you know, healing, restorative spells. In this game, most of your restorative spells, see, most RPGs, they put those restorative spells they front load them because they realize, hey, you're going to be getting afflicted with these spells a lot. No, in this game, most of your curative spells are backloaded, as in, like, if you want to cure, you know, being turned to stone, for instance, that's way late in the game. If you want to cure blindness, that's probably like a level 5 spell I don't even have. Let's see, though. Let's see if we can cure that with anything that we've got. Okay, the cleric, we're in luck. Cure blindness is a level 3 spell. So let's go ahead and Mike is the one who is blinded, so let's cast 3 and 2, which is cure blindness. And I'm gonna do that on Mike. There we go. So yay, the party's status is secure. And we used 1 food resting, which I'm not overly concerned about, but yeah, it happens. So we're just gonna keep exploring the illusion maze. I love the illusion maze. Man, the illusion maze is good, fun times. Basically, it's a huge maze in which things like that happen. Yeah, you'll just get attacked. You'll just fucking get attacked by, So as you wander around this maze, there's specific points where monsters will trigger. You don't know what monsters, it's randomized, but when it happens, 9 out of 10 times, they'll get the jump on you, which is great in this game. So Pegasus. Normally, you kill those, it's a bad thing. But they attacked first. There's no way around that. The cute, whimsical Pegasus monsters, they attacked first. So I'm going to retaliate and murder the shit out of them. And that'll probably hurt my alignment. It'll make the whole party more evil, most likely. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and do Blessing, which makes everyone more accurate. They still miss constantly. Okay, now, yeah, the Pegasus, look at that. They're gonna start running away. Oh, Albert goes down. See, those Pegasus, they don't fuck around. I know they're cute and whimsical and all that, but they don't fuck around. Let's do a fire spell. Oh, they're not affected by magic. That's nice. And now they're gonna run away. Yep, the Pegasus, they all managed to get away. We only killed one of them. That's unfortunate. So let me go ahead and let's cast a heal spell on Albert. And we're also in the dark again. So I'm gonna go ahead and, yeah, I'm just gonna rest. Alright, got our light back. Got leather skin on again. Might seem like a hassle, but that's Might and Magic. You know, Might and Magic, it might seem like a hassle to play, but that's just kind of how the game rolls. Alright, so any loot. A silver chest, so it was totally worth it. Okay then, how about... let's detect it with Lambda, Magic and Trapped. Let's try to remove it with Albert. No gold, but we got 3 gems and a great bow +1. Well, okay, hold on. That might be a good thing. Well, it would be, but our archer, Merrill, they already have a great bow +2. So, yeah, that's not really something I need. Alright, well, what are we gonna do with that great bow +1? Here's what I think I'm gonna do with it. I'm going to equip that onto the Paladin. So I'm gonna have to discard some things. Let's go ahead and discard... let's discard the spear. And let's remove the great bow and equip the great bow +1. That way the Paladin has a magic... they have a magic sword and a magic bow. Hey Drumstick, it's a quiet day. It's a nice quiet Friday. Also, I got everything I'd gotten everything all set up with the tabletop. But you know, I hopped on Discord since this morning, but figured you were busy, so I went ahead with Plan B, which is the you know, the Might and Magic. And you know, it's Friday, so I guess I guess people had somewhere better to be. You know, I wouldn't blame them. So hey, like, it's a great day for Might and Magic because no one's looking. That's the thing, nobody's watching, so it's a great time for Might and Magic. Alright, let's go deeper in the maze. Hold on. That's not deeper. This is deeper into the maze. Gotta go deeper. But yeah, like, I had everything all set up for the, for your tabletop story. I mean, it's not like... I think here's how I was gonna handle it. Instead of, like, just shoving you into a new story, which wouldn't really even make a whole lot of sense, what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to deal with the aftermath of the story that you completed. Because there is some aftermath to that, quite a bit. Things that you discovered last time and didn't. They're gonna kind of come around, and you have to deal with it. Okay, let's see. Giant spiders. Okay, I'm not worried about the spiders. The shadow beasts, I'm not even sure what they do. The magician, I'm very worried about. Magicians, they can cast lightning bolt, which, as I know from... Now, as I know from the last time I did this... Okay, so that magician, I'm wondering, do I want to try to run away? Because, god damn, that... Okay, the magician, if he casts lightning bolt on my party, or, oh god, if he casts a rolling fireball, that could kill the whole party in one hit. Oh. No, we gotta fight. Chances are, if we try to run, they'll just kill us with our backs turned, so let's do it. Alright, time to take the punishment. Okay, the magician, he didn't get a chance. He did not get a chance to do anything. That's good. Alright. I gotta think how I want to play this. Alright, the giant spiders and the shadow beasts, they don't seem to be that tough. The Pegasus, they can hit really, really hard, but they also have a really high chance to run away. So let's go all out for the magician. Man, refilling the Steam library. I wouldn't even want to. Most of my Steam games, like, I don't, I keep them uninstalled most of the time. I only install them when I want to play them, because I got too many things to just fill up the drive. Okay, let's go with, let's try to dogpile the magician. See if I can do that. And I'm gonna have Lambda. Now, the magicians tend to be very resilient to magic, but I'm gonna try to lightning bolt him and the 2 Pegasus. Okay. Oh god, the magician did lightning bolt, but it wasn't very effective. Okay, okay. Don't panic. Let's try fire on the magician. Yeah, almost no damage. All out on the magician. I'm just gonna have everyone try to kill him. God damn, they're missing. They're missing. Okay, the Pegasus ran away. I shot him and they ran. That's nice. Well, I hope you're happy with your hardware. Oh god. Oh god. The healer went down. Okay, that magician has to go. Okay, lucky shot. Lucky shot. So now, let's try to kill starting from the giant spiders. Okay, let's see. Do I want to try to wound the last Shadow Beast, and then maybe like do a lightning bolt down the line and try to take them all out, or just focus on the? No, I want to wound that last one, and then let's do a lightning bolt and try to take out as many as we can. Not the desired effect, but it worked out. Well, I'll do Starflight after this. It's just I haven't done Might and Magic for a while, and I wanted to get back into it. Which, oh, speaking of the Starflight, so I totally, I did a bare minimum, like, just looking through the clue book, and, because I don't like to spoil myself, and, I'd rather stumble around in confusion than just go by a guide. But, there's some, I got a coordinate and maybe a general direction, like a hint of where to go. So we might be accomplishing things this time around. But man, I really want to get somewhere in Might and Magic. Like, I want to fight some bosses. Like, there's all these, the game keeps alluding to these terrible boss monsters and, evil lords, and I want to fight them. But I mean, I know that I would get crushed right now. I would be destroyed before I even have a chance to do anything. So I gotta level up. Okay, let's rest again. And let's search. Iron chest. Oh, fireball. Of course it's a fireball. Oh, hey, a Flamberg +1. Hold on. Let me check and see how good that is. Well, first, let me rest again because everybody got blinded. So let me just do that and that. Okay. So I found a new item. Okay, the knight has a Bardici +1. I just want to check real quick and see, I just want to check and see real quick, like, how... I want to see, like, how that ranks in terms of the items that I've got. I have to look in my clue book and see. I know that, this type of game, I don't know, Might and Magic, like, if you ask me, Might and Magic, I compare this to Starflight, and it's I mean, it's got all that depth and complexity. It's mostly text-based. I don't know, it's very similar in just the era that it comes from. But I can get why some people maybe don't like this, but do like Starflight. I don't know. I like this. I have a lot of fun with Might and Magic. I'm a fan of this type of game. Well, it's not a... You see, here's the thing. I don't call it a cheat book because... Well, yes, it does have everything. I don't look at the cheat parts. Also, it's official. Like, it is the official book for the game. Okay, here's the thing. I don't look at something as cheating if it's official. Like, if it's official... official supplemental material, I don't regard it as a cheat. I regard it as they knew what they were doing, and they made the game purposefully way too obtuse so they could sell you a clue book. Like, that's what I look at it as. Alright, so I want to compare the Bardici to the Flamberg +1. So hold on. Let me find it. I have to look through my book. I have to look for two different things. Okay, the Flamberg +1, Knight Paladin Archer, and it has 14-1 for damage. And the Bardici +1 is that's only 10-1 actually. Oh, it's only 10-1, and it requires a good alignment. It requires a good alignment in order to use it. So, okay, hold on a minute. Yeah, let's go ahead and remove the Bardici, and let's go ahead and trade. Yeah, let's trade with Mike. I want to give him the Flamberg +1 because it's a much better weapon. Like, I mean, it's a significantly better weapon. It does like 4 more points of damage. So let's see. Let's equip that. So equip Flamberg +1. And what is the archer using? The archer is using a flail right now, which is a very odd choice. Oh, but you have to be able, you have to be able to use good weapons in order to use that. So let's go ahead and let's re-equip the flail. So yeah, the Bardici +1, we can just go ahead and sell that actually. All right. I think with that, let's try to get out of here. Let's try to go back, so, before we die, before we get killed, like right in front of the inn, let's go ahead and rest. Okay, that saves my progress. Just, I'm very paranoid. I am very, very paranoid that shit is gonna go down for no reason, and everything, you're just gonna die. You're gonna lose everything. I'm very paranoid about that. Well, whatever you want to do, Drumstick. Although, try not to be too hungover. Try not to be too hungover for, because at least tomorrow, maybe, sometime this weekend, I want to get the tabletop thing. I want to get to the next session of yours, because I really want to tie up those loose ends. I do. I really, really want to tie up the loose ends and point you towards the next step, if you will. Alright, so I saved. I did not rest, but we're gonna go back in the dungeon anyway. Oh my god, have I encountered this before? I don't think I've seen this before. So, 3 gargantuan ants, 2 rhino beetles, and 2 fire beetles. I don't think I've seen rhino beetles before. And hey, Tinfoil, hey there. I'm trying not to bore everyone to death, but hey, it's Friday, all right? It's Friday, and I think most people have somewhere better to be today. All right. Well, it's all good then. And I'm still like, I really want to get someone else in on the game. I would really like to get more players in, but people just don't bite, or they say they're interested, but then they don't, they don't follow through. But I would love to get more people in on this. It would make, like if I had any other player around, it would make it easier for me to do more complicated stories. Because, like if you get incapacitated, then, well, the story's over, But if there was at least one other person to drag your battered, broken body to the hospital, then the story could continue. So I could throw bigger, more challenging, complicated things at you. Okay, gargantuan ants, they take damage like anything else, so that's not a lot of damage. Alright, let's see. So, the gargantuan ants, they don't really seem to take much damage from lightning. I'm guessing they're resistant. Most of the bugs that I've encountered in this game, they tend to be very resistant to all forms of magic. I don't know why, but bugs they're resistant to magic. So I'm gonna go ahead and buff everyone's accuracy. oh god, oh shit. So the rhino beetles, they can spray acid. They can fucking spray acid. That's that is insanely lethal. Oh. Well, you know, that's a big compliment. I don't like, I don't know. I love doing this, but I don't really consider myself to be all that terribly of note, you know? And my streams are so tiny, so very, very tiny. But I am glad people stick around, you know, even with my constant shilling for the tabletop game. Alright, let's see. Wait, hold on. I think maybe I should refocus my efforts on the rhino beetles. The rhino beetles seem to be far more lethal. They just took out the paladin. Yeah, I think maybe we should try to kill the... Well, the gargantuan... I can't hit anything! God... Can't hit anything. Okay, well, we got one beetle down. Hold on, let me look in my spellbook. I need to tip the tide of battle here. So, I need a miracle here. I need... Where is it? Come on, it's in... Here we go. I'm going to cast 3 and 3, which is invisibility. There we go. Yeah, I guess I'll have to play Star... Well, I had planned on it. My plan for today was either the tabletop game or to, it was either that or to do, Starflight and, Might and Magic. Yeah, you know, that's one advantage to, and hold on, let me just, real quick, let's get the Paladin back on their feet. So yeah, one advantage to the smaller streams is, and it's, you know, I like it, is that you can actually pay attention to the chat. You know, it doesn't go by, like, it's not like whizzing by at a mile a minute, and you can actually talk, you know, you can actually interact with people and each other. And that's more, I think that's more fun to me than just a, you know, a packed chat where it's a clusterfuck, right? You know, it's not really so much fun. Alright, let's see. Okay, the Paladin is gonna go down soon. Albert, he's gonna die in like one hit. Let's go for the rhino beetles. No, the gargantuan ant. No, well, I missed either way. I missed. There goes our healer. Our healer is dead. So, we gotta make this count. We missed again. Okay, how about a lightning bolt? Now. There we go. Those rhino beetles, if they spray acid, it's gonna kill the healer. Like, not knock them out. Kill them. Kill them dead. So, I really need to get rid of them. Okay, they're punching everybody to death. That's nice. Hey, we killed one. Killed another. All we have to worry about is the fire beetles now. That's good. Ah, nice, Tinfoil. I gotta say, like, yeah, the SNES Star Ocean is interesting. It's a fun game. It really is. Oh, the Ubuntu. Alright, let's try to finish this fight. And also, you know, I'll have to do another stream of Star Ocean till the end of time. I really will. I had fun with it. It's been a long time since I really sat down and, like, played it. And, I still love that game. That, and I've got a bunch of other console games I'd love to just kind of pop in and mess around with for a while. I'm really hoping I can finish this fight before we die. Okay, it's down to one character. Meryl is the only one left. Please, aim true. Yes. 333 points of experience. Good times. Now, let's hope we can rest and not get ambushed. Good times. Let me just cast my light spell. Let's get all of our buffs back on. And there's probably going to be loot. A silver chest. Let's have Lambda detect the traps, and let's go ahead and have Albert open it. Oh, boiling oil trap. There was 1 gold and splint mail +1. Okay, 1 gold and splint mail +1. Also, like, people are unconscious, so let's fix that. So now I have to cast my spells over again. That's fun. I need to take a look at that splint mail +1. Okay, right now, the paladin is wearing plate mail. The knight is wearing plate mail +2, and the healer is wearing chainmail. So give me a second to, again, I have to pop the clue book open. I need to take a look and see where does splint mail +1 fall under all of this. And also, let me take a look at the chat again. Might and Magic 1? No, it wasn't 90s. Might and Magic 1, it was like 1980, oh god, I should have looked at it when I started it up. It was 1980 something. It was like mid 80s. Yeah, it was mid 80s. It was not 90s. Like, does this look like a game from the 90s? No, the 90s Might and Magic, that was it had much more graphics. Like when they got to the 90s, even the second Might and Magic has more graphics than this, and I think that was still in the 80s. Okay, let me look in my clue book real quick. Okay, let me see if I can find it. I'm looking up splint mail +1. It's gonna be under armor. Okay, splint mail +1. Okay, so splint mail +1. Only knights and paladins can wear it. It provides 10% fire protection, and it has 7 armor, 7 AC. So the paladin, hold on. The knight has, he's got plate mail +2. Okay, the paladin only has plate mail, just plate mail. So is splint mail +1 better? It provides 7 protection. Plate mail provides 7 protection as well. Okay, it provides the exact same amount of protection. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to discard the great bow, and I'm going to remove the plate mail, and I'm going to equip the splint mail. It's the same armor value, but the splint mail +1 has 10% fire protection, so it's better. Just ever so slightly. It's not really that big of a deal, but it is better. Man, hold on. Like, let me just check something real quick, like, okay? Let me just take a look at something right quick, like. Okay, so if you want a year, yeah, if you want an exact year, Might and Magic 1 was 1986. I just looked it up on the other PC. It was 1986, which, man, like, thinking about that, that's like, 1986 is like the same year that the first Starflight game came out in. It's a very minimal graphics game, but I don't mind that. Oh god, minor devils, acid blobs, orc chieftains. Fuck. Okay, let me just think for a second. Let me think. Okay, do we want to try to run? If we try to run, that might put us at a tactical disadvantage to start. And if we want to have a hope of winning, that's no. At the same time, that's a lot of enemies. Let's do it. Let's just fucking do it. Oh god, they rolled initiative. Yeah, they rolled initiative and they rolled it good. The acid blobs are what I care about the most. The acid blobs hurt badly. I know, colorful buttons. Everybody loves them colorful buttons. Oh man. Aside, I just got to thinking about something. I'd really like to do Caesar 2. Caesar 2 is another one of those DOS city builder games that I really like. Like, as a kid, I played the hell out of Caesar 2. I never played Caesar 1, I never played Caesar 3 or 4 or whatever. I never played any of the later ones or the earlier, but Caesar 2 was fucking amazing, and I believe it was DOS. I would love to give that a shot sometime, but I don't know if people would like, I don't know if people, how much tolerance people have for the city builders. Alright, let's do a rolling fireball. Yeah, I'm just gonna roll a fireball straight down these devils, so starting from F. That's nice. That is nice. We killed like 4 of them. We killed 4 minor devils. In one fireball took out 4 of them and wounded another. That's pretty awesome. Now, you can see why whenever I see an enemy mage, I'm just like shitting my pants, because knowing what mages can do in this game, knowing how they can just take out multiple enemies, like, yeah, the enemy mages have the same skills, so... Alright, let's go ahead and cast... wait. Anyone need healing? Not really. Not really. Alright, well, I've done a few city builders. I mean, like, I've done, like, more recent, I've done, you know, City Skylines on the stream. I've done SimCity Societies, which I love that game. I think, have I played any others? Banished, Dawn of Discovery, which is kind of a city builder strategy hybrid. There's a lot more I'd like to try, though, like, you know, Caesar 2, Afterlife. I love Afterlife. That game is, you're just destined to lose that game. But yeah, I like city builders. I really do. They're more laid back, but I like them. Let's see, let's try to cast a fire spell on that wounded devil. There we go. I play the offensive game. Like, I mean, a lot of people, every time I get advice about this game, they always say, you gotta use that crowd control, you gotta play defensively. You know, you sleep and hold and block, and that's just not how I play games. Like, I get offensive, you know, I need to get in there and kill things. Alright, let's start killing the acid blobs. Because I don't like having acid thrown on the party. Okay, they're energy blasting. It's not fun. Man, no. Linux. And, life is futile. I've heard that. I'm trying to think, like... I know I've seen that on Steam. I forget, like, what it's about at all. Alright, let's kill that other acid blob. There we go. I just don't want them to shoot acid on everyone. That can be instant death. Alright, took out all the minor devils. We're doing good. We're actually doing really, really good. Only one more minor devil left. Yeah, I know, there's a lot of nerding going on in there. I love you guys. I really do. I have to admit, I'm more of a geek than a nerd, though. Like, I'm really not a tech guy. I'm really not at all. I just love, I'm more into, the pop culture and, storytelling. Like, you know, I didn't go to school for computers. I went to school for other things, and then just also throw in some Western culture classes too. Like I had film classes. We just watched old movies. That was my college career. You know, don't learn how to build anything or do anything, but hey, I can discuss the finer points of you know, movies like Metropolis. Oh, Paladin went down. Okay, let's do Electric Arrow. I don't wanna waste my gems on one enemy. Let's get the Paladin back up. Realms of Arcane. Oh god, I've never done Ishar, but I have. Okay, I've played Realms of Arcania 2 Star Trail. I think I streamed that maybe like twice way back. This was like before I even got my internet fixed, so like the bitrate was terrible back then. But yeah, I did Star Trail a little bit. I liked it. I have no idea how to do the combat. Like the combat in Realms of Arcania 2, the combat is fucking insane. I don't even know how it works, but I think I only won like one single fight, but I like the atmosphere. It's basically like the Oregon Trail mixed with D&D, which is a very interesting combo. Oh god, the paladin goes down again. This chieftain is not fucking around. Okay, let's cast a heal spell. I just want to keep the paladin on his feet, and maybe he'll get to kill something. Okay, this orc chieftain has a lot of hit points. He has a lot of hit points, and he hits very hard. There we go. Oh, that is nice. 608 experience points. That is what I like to see. That is really what I like to see. Let's heal the party a bit. Let's make sure that Mike is healed up fully. So I'm just gonna like cast some heal spells on him. And I'm hoping he's full on health now. Not quite. Let's keep casting it. Hold on, wrong character. Where's his health? Okay, yeah, let's try it. Let's search. Oh, it's a wooden chest. I was kind of hoping there'd be a golden chest in there. Yeah, there's a lot of other, you know, Realms of Arcania 2. Maybe I'll play that again sometime when I figure out how the combat works. The biggest problem I have with that game is the combat is really, really hard to understand. And maybe if I got a better handle on that, I would enjoy it more. But I like the idea of, you know, Oregon Trail with D&D. I like that idea. Alright, let's cast that. And let's remove the trap with Albert. Oh, it's a death ray. 54 gold each, 31 gems, and a porn star. I mean, belladonna, which I guess it's a root with magical properties in this context. Oh, hey, look, I rested. I rested, and I just instantly got attacked by a bunch of clerics and wild boars. Can I please run away? I can't. I cannot run away. Everybody's asleep, so I can't do anything. Okay, oh god. Oh god. Okay, let's, oh man, everyone is either blinded or unconscious. And they're either blinded, unconscious, or unconscious and blinded. Let's cast some heal spells on the paladin. And they get another turn. Lovely. Try to retreat. That's not working, so we gotta attack. I think attacking is the only option at this point. Yeah, the clerics and pigs are working together. They're unstoppable. Oh, hey, Lord Double is paralyzed, so they've got paralysis spells as well. I totally forgot about that. Let's get Lambda back up. Okay, one cleric down. The pigs are gonna kill us. The wild boars are going to kill us if I don't solve this problem. Okay, Lambda, lightning! There we go. Okay, we're killing them. We're getting them dead. Burn is gonna go down, so... Oh god, not enough spell points. Not enough spell points. Not enough spell points. What can I do? I could cast a heal spell on, I could cast a heal spell on the paladin, which will keep them in the fight for maybe a minute. Now let's heal themselves. And hope they don't get killed too hard. Okay, Albert goes down. Lambda goes down. I was really hoping the mage would stay alive. I was really, really counting on the mage to be alive. Meryl goes down, Lord Double goes down. I think that's about it. Who's not dead? Okay, the fighter and the cleric aren't dead. Running isn't going to be an option. We gotta win this. Okay, Burn goes down. Oh, thank God! I hit the run button and we ran away. Thank God. Rest at the end. Yeah, like I was down to my last turn and I'm like, okay, I could either try to fight this out, you know, to the last man, or I could try to run. And running was the right answer. Oh, thank God. And I saved my game, so I don't have to worry about that. So let me just check something here. Let me check my maps. God damn it. Ugh. And let me just again, I was so intent and focused on that I didn't even look at the chat. Whew. But yeah, I just wish I knew more about the combat in Realms of Arcania. I don't know, like at least for the second game, it's just it's a little complicated and there's no explanations for anything, so I always feel lost. Wait, how much? Oh, we only have 2 food. I'll have to do something about that in a minute. The food here is really expensive, so I'm not gonna get food here. Okay, we got like 11,000 more EXP to go to a level up. Huh. Man, German D&D, I as if D&D wasn't complicated enough already. Okay, let's get out of here. I thought that was the exit. That is not the exit. This is the exit. So here's what I want to do. We're outside now. Okay, we're outside, and I want to go to a city that has cheaper inns and cheaper food. So let's go ahead and have Lambda cast, and hold on. 3 and 2. So let me get that all fixed. So we want to cast 3 and... Oh wait, first off, I want to cast 1 and 7. So we are, we're at E1. So if we want to come back here, we go to E1. Alright, so now that we know that, cast 3 and 2, which is Fly. That is the Fly spell. So now, I'm gonna fly away to, I don't know, let's go to C2. C2 is the city of Sorpagal. You know, town number 1. World 1-1, as it were. And I'm gonna go over here. And I'm gonna rest, because, you know, we just used up some of our magic to get here. And I'm gonna buy some food. Look at that, it's only 5 gold pieces each. Now with cheap prices like that, you know, with cheap prices like that, who could resist? So, Alright, let's say yes. Because everyone has 5 gold. Man, don't you remember when I first started this game, and I was struggling to get 5 gold pieces on everyone? Like, I couldn't even figure out how to get loot. And I was like, I couldn't even get food. I was starving all the time. Man, that feels like a long time ago now. Alright, let's go ahead and sell some items. So I'm going to sell my plate mail. Gonna sell my belladonna. I don't think I need it. Gonna sell a club because it's worthless. And who else has some items? Does anyone else have some items? Yeah, the knight has a Bardici, so let's go ahead and sell that too. Okay, we've got a lot of money. In summary, we've got a whole lot of money. So I'm gonna go in here, and you know what I want to do? I want to go and try the arena. I want to try my luck in the arena. So I know, right? It's been so long since I've been down to the arena. At the same time, like I've pretty much gotten my ass kicked every single time I've gone down there. But I want to do it. I want to prove myself in arena combat. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna cast 3 and 4, which is the lasting light spell. I'm gonna cast a leather skin spell. Oh, what's going on now? What's going on now? I'm just looking over the chat, and people want me to say things. Drumstick wants me to say things. Das Schwarz. Oh, I don't know. Look, I can speak Spanish, okay? I can speak my native English barely. I can speak some Spanish and I can read, write, and speak some basic Japanese, but that's about it, alright? German, I have no fucking clue. Man, see, this is another thing, man. Like, my accents. Like, you know, I do find accents to be fascinating as someone that kind of, like, as someone that kind of takes to language, you know, learning language. The thing is that there's definitely, you know, how people develop their accents. So, I don't know, like, regional, like, here's the thing, like, if you want to, like, talk regional accents with me, man, I have a very hard time distinguishing, regional accents, even, like, I couldn't really for sure tell you, like, what's the difference, for instance, between, like, a Bostonian accent and a New York accent. I couldn't really tell you, you know? But, for languages, I'm fairly decent at picking those up, just, you know, basically. Alright, let's see. This is the arena. Okay, the arena. Now, backstory, I've been here to the arena many times. I've pretty much gotten my ass beat, like, every single time except maybe once. The EXP was always fairly half decent, so, you know, I figure I've leveled up, I've got all these cool new spells, got tons of armor and weapons, let's do it. And, you know, I think I'm not angry enough to have, you know, to say things in German. I don't know why, but German always sounds rather angry to me. Like any native German I've heard spoken, it always sounds very angry. But yeah, this is the thing, right? Like, as a simple Southerner, I'm used to like, even with English, like, I'm used to people talking very slowly, and very like extended words, you know, like slow extended vowels. I'm used to that, and like when you get into languages where, like, you know, there's like no stops in the words or anything, and it makes your brain hurt, you know. Okay, let's fight. Oh, they got the initiative. Oh, they got 2 turns in a row. See, they didn't just roll initiative, they got, like, critical initiative there. Okay, so what do we got? We got some gnolls, those aren't a problem. Celestial Stag, those hurt, but it's not a problem. Demon Dogs, that might be a problem. So let's go ahead, and let's go for the Celestial Stag. Oh, you missed. Great. Let's roll a fireball straight across those Demon Dogs. Just roll a fireball right down the line. Nah, Celestial Stag, no. Like, why can't you just call it a unicorn? I don't know, I think Celestial Stag, and I just think that's a unicorn. I think that's a fancy, no, that's a unicorn that would be a deer, so a deericorn. I don't know. Alright, let's see, let's go ahead and do some fire on that Celestial Stag. 3 points, it resisted. I figured it would resist. They tend to have pretty good magic resistance. Let's keep shooting at it. Keep shooting at it. Keep trying to bash it to death with a sword. I'm paranoid about that thing. Oh, you know, that reminds me. You know, the first Final Fantasy, which I didn't play till relatively recently, the first Final Fantasy, like, that game, that game actually has a lot more in common with games like this than it does with, you know, the Final Fantasy games that would follow it. And I think that's because it was sort of based on, you know, there was some Western RPG inspiration with that game. And I kind of get more out of it, like, I don't know, it feels more like I'm playing something like this, or a D&D game, than a Final Fantasy. I like how they let you build your own party in that game, too. I really like that. God damn it, I missed again. Come on, somebody has to be able to hit this thing. Cast some lightning. Yeah, the first one is good, it's just really, there's a lot of grinding. That's the thing, there's a lot of grinding in the first Final Fantasy, and the second one as well. Although, okay, now, the second Final Fantasy, okay, now there's something really fucking broken with that game. And anyone who's played an Elder Scrolls game, you kinda know where this is going, because, like, Final Fantasy 2, everything is skill-based. Like, there's no proper levels, it's all skills. And the thing is, if you just play the game normally, you will always be, like, severely under-leveled and vulnerable. But, like, the way you level up every single stat in that game, you level up even if you're hitting yourself, right? So here's what ends up happening. This is what ended up happening when I played Final Fantasy II. So basically, I would, like, go to the lowest level area I could possibly go to, and, you know, like, enemies that have no chance of hurting you, right? And I would just get in a fight, and the whole fight, I would basically be telling my party to just punch themselves in the face. Like, the whole fight, I'd just tell them to, you know, if they want to level up, like, their physical, their combat skills, just punch themselves in the face, the whole fight. And it's fun, you can target yourself in that game. You know, if they want to level up their magic, then I just tell them to, like, I tell the mage to cast fire on themselves, and just do this over and over every single fight. And they level up like crazy, because, like, you level up relative to the effect of the skill that you use. So, like, as they level up, they get better, you know, more damage, better skills, better magic. And then, you know, they're just constantly punching themselves and casting fire on themselves, and it's ridiculous. It's completely fucking ridiculous. But you kind of have to play the game that way. Like, if you don't do this, you'll get to a point where the enemies just face roll you. You have no chance. So if you want to be able to get anywhere, basically you don't even bother fighting enemies. You just get in a fight with, like, a level 1 enemy and just punch yourself the whole time. That's the game. That's the fucking game. And I gotta say, it's, I don't know, depending on how you look at things, that could either be really awesome, or that could be the most broken shit you've ever seen. I mean, you know, however you want to look at it, right? There's no resting. I forget about that. I don't think you can rest here, can you? Hold on. Yeah, it's too dangerous to rest here. So, what I'm gonna have to do is I'm going to have to heal myself, like, right here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to cast a heal spell on myself right here. Check my health. It looks okay. And yeah, like, we wait, and, yeah, let's do it. I love it. Everybody's like, how long till Starflight? Let's see, I've been at this for like an hour. I don't know. I'll give this another half hour, I think. Like, I think I'll do this for another half hour or so, and then I'll get into the Starflight too. I don't know, I want to get somewhere in this game. I really do. I want to get somewhere. And I know what you're thinking. Why don't I just cut out all the grinding, and why don't I do that off camera, and, you know, like, why not do that off camera? Do that on my own time. and then come back and you know, and then do the big fights. Well, here's the thing. This is the Might and Magic experience. If you want to take anything away from my streams, it's that I like to present things as they are. You know, I learn, like, if it's a new game that I haven't played, I'm learning the game as I go. If it's a game that involves lots of grinding, well, you get to experience that, because that's the game, alright? I don't like to cut out gameplay because, well, that is the game. Might and Magic is a game of grinding, okay? Might and Magic is a game in which you grind. You grind constantly. You grind all the time. The grind never ends. And that's just the gameplay, okay? It would be like me playing, it'd be like playing an adventure game and cutting out all the puzzles, right? All the bullshit inventory puzzles. Like, that is the game. That is the gameplay. You know? That would be dishonest. So, yeah, that's my philosophy about that. You know, or it'd be like playing a story game and, you know, skipping all the cutscenes. It's, no, you know, this is Might and Magic raw, uncut. This is what you get when you play the game. Alright, I would not want to deprive you people of this experience, okay? I would not want to deprive you. Just imagine that you're playing this in, you know, as it was intended in 1986, and, you know, you don't have an internet, you don't have any chat, you're just playing the game, you know, in your basement, you know, on your, I don't know what, maybe your Apple II or something, and, you know, is it clacking away on those mechanical keys, you're drawing your own maps, and you're you know, then, oh, hey, you get taken, you know, you grind for 5 hours, and then, oh, you know, your party gets attacked while you're sleeping, and then you just wasted the last 5 hours of your life. But, you know, it's okay, because that's video games. See, it's all about getting into the experience. And yeah, like, if I could do a cut in a live stream, I know. Well, I get, you know, what I could do is, you know, just do all this off screen, you know, like on my own time, but, again, don't want to deprive anyone of the experience. So, okay, the EXP here is not all that good, and the fights are still really tough, so I think I'm gonna get out of here. I think I'm gonna turn my ass around, and I'm gonna just leave the arena. Let's rest. Okay, let's cast Lasting Light again. So, okay, the arena. Well, here's my thoughts on the arena under Sorpigal. It's still bullshit. The arena, like, that fucking arena, the fights are still relatively hard, and they just don't pay out. You don't get any loot. The EXP is, I don't know, minimal. It's more about the difficulty. It's like, you know, the difficulty that you're taking on is much greater than the reward for actually doing it. So let's get out of there. Let me check my gems. Okay, Lambda has 48 gems. I want to take some of the gems off of Mike the Knight, because he's a knight. He can't do anything with those gems. So I'm going to take all of his gems off, and I'm going to give them to Lambda. He's got 100, so there you go. So Lambda has 148 gems now, which is awesome. Alright, now let's go back, and I'm gonna go to the town of Dusk again. Nice. At that point, it's like, just, you know, bow down, for I am a wizard and master of time and space. That reminds me, like, I think I once saw, like, I forget when or who or what it was, but I remember there was one point where I saw a stream on Twitch And the stream, like, it had like a thing. It's like the stream is pre-recorded, and I was just thinking, like, what? Like, and it wasn't like I was not looking at an archive. I was looking at the the little red dot said live, and there was a chat to the side, legit. But it's just like I wonder, like, just you record a video or you record a stream and then you just replay it on live. That seems like the shadiest thing ever to do. I don't know. But I've seen that like maybe once or twice on Twitch. Again, that was a long time ago though, so I don't know. I try to avoid shady practices. Okay, let's go to the mage. 3 and 2, which is fly. E1, that's I was trying to remember. E1, that's where we want to go back to. Man, I love this fly ability, I really do. Well, okay. Alright, let's we're back at dusk. I really love that the mage has a fly spell, like not okay, you would think it'd be teleport, right? Like you would think that in a game like this, you would think that the spell would be called teleport, right? Like your mage teleports the party to a different location. No, that's not how it works. Your mage has a fly spell. So I guess the mage just, the mage starts flying and everybody just holds on to him, and it's, they're just riding him like a Pidgey or something. I keep doing the Pokemon reference for that, but it's so apropos. Oh, it's ghouls and gnolls and dino lizards. Okay then. Well, let's fight. So I'm trying to remember. Ghouls, they don't have anything special. Gnolls are nothing special. Dino lizards. I think dino lizards can wreck my whole party if I'm not careful. If I'm not careful, that is. So let's go ahead and shoot one of the dino lizards. This also, man, this reminds me of something completely unrelated but equally dumb. So, for whatever reason, I kind of recalled in my mind, anyone remember the cartoon Dino Saucers? They're not dinosaurs, they're Dino Saucers. Oh. It was an interesting time, is all I'll say. It's a lightning bolt. And, if anyone, like, if even one person is like, oh, I remember, then I feel good about myself. If not, then I'm just a nerd. Alright, let's do some fire. I really want to kill those dino lizards, soon. Soon as possible. Okay, they didn't get a chance to do anything, but I believe the dino lizards, I believe they can, like, maybe it's acid, maybe it's poison. There's something they do. There's like a really nasty, there's a nasty status effect that they can do. I forget what it is. But I know I want them dead as soon as possible. Alright, another lightning bolt. From A to C. Ooh, 30 damage. And a mage got that lightning bolt. I love it. And at this point, we can just fight. We can just fight and kill them. Extreme dinosaurs. Man, like, okay, anyone, sometime, like on your own time, look up the intro. Like, just like, YouTube it and look up the intro for Dino Saucers. It's everything both wrong and right with like late 80s, early 90s kids cartoons. Let's do electric arrow. Also, as an aside, I'm a little slow this afternoon. I've had a healthy balanced lunch would have been nice, right? Well, what I did is I had a bunch of raw chicken drumsticks I had in the fridge, because I got them cheap. And I was like, well, I gotta cook these things, and there's a lot of them, and they're huge. So I just there's like 14 of them, and I just cooked them up, and I only ate like maybe like 2 of them, 2 or 3, I forget now. But oh god, like I deep fried them, like I battered and deep fried them, because you know who doesn't like fried chicken, right? Oh, I feel terrible. I feel terrible. Too much oil. Too much oil. But I'm a southerner, damn it. I gotta deep fry everything. Deep fry a basketball, it'll taste better. Okay, let's it's only an iron box. Oh yeah, I know. Drumsticks. Ooh, 29 gold each and 7 gems. That's not great, but it's alright. I'm kind of getting to a point where I have so much gold and I don't really know what I want to do with it all. Let's see if they got anything to buy, right? Maybe there's some items we can get. Let's see if they have any weapons or armor. Oh, look at that. So I could actually just buy, like, I could buy Flambergs and staff +1. So basically I could buy a lot of fairly decent weapons in here. I don't really have a reason to. How about armor? Ooh, check that out. I could get chainmail +1. Chainmail +1, ringmail +1. You know, I think I might want to do that. Hold on a second. Okay, so Byrne has chainmail, Albert has ringmail, and Merrill has chainmail +1. Okay, so how about this? Let's go ahead and let's buy some chainmail +1 for Byrne, and some ringmail +1 for Albert. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go ahead and get some nice armor. So for Byrne, let's gather all of our gold, which is 8,000. Too many words that are drumsticks. Oh, that player select screen. I'm just like, I see a link and I had to. The chicken. That's the origin. I recognize Conquer. Alright, let's see. Let me, hold on. I was doing things. I was buying armor. So, okay, I want chainmail +1. Okay, chainmail +1. And then for Albert, I want to gather the gold. And I want to get some ringmail +1. There we go. What kind of miscellaneous items do they have? Let's take a look at that. Ooh, they've got robber... Ooh, hold on a minute. Might I want that? They've got robber's tools that cost 150. I wonder. Is that something I need? Huh. I'll go ahead and buy it. I'll buy some robber tools. Okay, so yeah, let's equip those items. So right now the cleric has 9 AC. So let's see how their AC changes. 10 AC. There we go. Man, the N64, I didn't like. I hate to say it, I don't really have. Okay, here's the deal with me and Nintendo. Like, I've always been a console kind of guy. But like, you know, like for I had, you know, the NES, Super Nintendo. But the N64, I had an N64 for a while, but it was kind of at that point I was like growing out of Nintendo stuff. And I played a few games on the N64, a few games, but then I sold my N64 and I got a PlayStation 1. And believe it or not, it's like my first PlayStation 1 game was and I'm trying to remember how old I was back then. I mean, I was pre-teen, and like the first one I had, game I had on the PS1 was Legacy of Kain Blood Omen, which was the perfect game for a young child to play. But yeah, and then, from then on out, PlayStation pretty much all the way. And the Xbox 360. But, yeah, like, I basically, I missed over, like, all the Nintendo consoles, I missed all the late N64 stuff. Never had a Dreamcast, never had which the Dreamcast is a whole different thing, but oh my god, the Dreamcast. I had a friend with that. But then I didn't have the, what was the other one? The GameCube, the original Wii. Didn't have any of that stuff. Didn't play any of it. Alright, let's see. What am I doing here? What am I doing? I got all distracted. The nerdery. Okay, so I equipped the Chainmail +1, and I want to equip the Ringmail +1 to Albert. So, there we go. Now, I wonder, are the Robber's Tools something he can equip, or are they something that you use? No, the Robber's Tools are something that you equip. Okay, well that's interesting. I guess that the Robber's Tools, I guess it makes it easier for him to pick locks and open doors and all that. I'm guessing? Yeah, I don't know, like, see, Tinfoil, when it comes to me and, like, Nintendo, I mean, I love, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, I had the Game Boy Advance, but, like, I just kind of fell out of love with Nintendo at that point, and I've only really gotten back to Nintendo gaming fairly recently with the 3DS. Like, the 3DS actually has some of the best modern RPGs I've ever played. Like, I've played some of the best RPGs in the last couple years on the 3DS. Bravely Default, Etrian Odyssey, and oh man, there's so many Etrian Odyssey games too. And there's like Legendary, like Legends of Legendary. There's a lot of fairly good games on that, and also like some ports too. Ports of games that didn't get a very wide release, like Tales of Abyss. But yeah, I don't know. It's a really good console for RPGs. Good handheld for it. The Wii U, I have to say I kind of regret the Wii U. I bought a Wii U as well. Kind of regret it, but not really. I use the Wii U to buy, basically to play like virtual console games and original Wii games on it. Like kind of catching up, trying to catch up to what I missed. And for that I appreciate it. There's only like 2 games I actually play on the Wii U, and that's Xenoblade Chronicles X, which is pretty good. I like that. It's my type. I guess it's my kind of game. It's a really, really grindy RPG, but it's my kind of game. And then Splatoon. But like that's about all, all the value that you get out of that. Okay, let's go back into the dungeon. I'm gonna get at least a few more fights in before I switch over to Starflight too. Alright, let me rebuff. I just gotta pop all those buffs back on. I do too. I hope that Nintendo, I hope they recover, even though, I mean, I gotta say, like, Nintendo games, they definitely have something unique to them, alright? Like, I don't care about their hardware decisions, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like, some of my favorite games to play, like, some of the more interesting, some of my favorite games in the past couple years to come out have been on the 3DS, and I mean, that's a handheld system. But yeah, like, that doesn't really, the hardware isn't what concerns me. It's just, I don't know, Nintendo just doesn't seem to be handling things very well, or marketing things very well, or, I don't know, there's something going on with that. There's also a lot of, like, when you take their console, I think the issue is less with their handheld, because I think the 3DS is doing pretty well. It's mostly their console, the Wii U, which is kind of a mess. Like that tablet controller, like that fucking tablet controller. Let me say this. At first, I absolutely hated the tablet controller for the Wii U. I fucking hated it. But as I used it more, I found that it actually works. It actually works, and it's kind of fun. But it's one of those things where I think it really, I could take it or leave it. Like, I could really take or leave the tablet controller. and I think they should have probably left it. But yeah, the third party, that's also another issue. But at the same time, let me say this: I think that what I like about Nintendo, like 3DS or Wii U, what I like about it is their games have a unique flavor to them. It's hard to quantify it, but their games have a very unique style, charm, and flavor, and a look to them, and a feel to them. Which most other consoles like when I play my PS4, for instance, it doesn't really feel like, nothing about the games or how I play them screams, this is a PlayStation game, like this is a PS4 game. It's, I play games on that and I feel like, I could probably be playing them on a PC or on an Xbox. I feel like, they're just generic games, whereas you play a Nintendo game and you definitely feel like you're playing a Nintendo game. It's hard to quantify exactly. But I don't want to gush about Nintendo because I have a lot of bad things to say too, But I do wish they were doing better. Yeah, that, yeah, you gotta... I guess that's kind of the main issue, is that they, hey, I like Mario. I liked Mario 3D Land. I haven't played 3D World, but, yeah, it's like, you gotta have more than that. But, I don't know, you think about third party, and it's like, well, a great third party, Nintendo game for the 3DS, which the 3DS seems to have an easier time with the third parties. Rune Factory, Harvest Moon, those games are awesome, and I believe they're third party. And yeah, and those, I mean, goddamn, one of the reasons I bought a 3DS was for Rune Factory 4. Well, you can't go wrong with Mario RPG. No one, I kind of like how Nintendo just sort of, it seems like, some of the characters introduced in Mario RPG, it's like they just don't want to acknowledge that they exist anymore. Mallow, Gino, who the fuck are they? No, buy another Paper Mario, because that's what people want. Yeah, so much chat activity, I know, it's crazy. Quick, let's do something to skew that. Let's do another tabletop game. That makes people shut up real fast. Alright, 200 EXP. Yay, fights. Oh, let me get my, man, I wasn't even on the right map. I need my map of Dusk back up. There we go. Now, I've always been a fan of RPGs. My very first RPG was Dragon Warrior, which also known as Dragon Quest on the NES. That was my first RPG, and at that point in time, I could barely read. I could barely read English words. I was very, very young, and that I still played it. I still played the hell out of it. Oh, look, 0 gold and a large shield. I love those chests that have 0 gold in them. I really do. I love those 0 gold chests. Man, and that's also a whole other topic, is don't you miss it when Square Enix was Squaresoft? Their games were a lot better back then. But Square Enix, I don't have anything terribly bad to say about them, other than Final Fantasy 13. I guess the only thing bad I have to say about Square Enix is why did we need Final Fantasy 13, 13-2, 13 Lightning's Revenge or whatever? I mean, why did we need all that? I sure didn't. I didn't buy any of them. I played the first one. I thought it was not terrible, but it definitely didn't, it did not deserve that many sequels. It really didn't. Alright, let's see. What have I got here? I'm looking at my items, just checking to see what I have. Oh, we're in the darkness. Hey, you know, let's try, hold on. I want to use my lantern. I really haven't been making uses of lanterns and things like that. So, okay, what light factor did that give me? Okay, so popping a lantern, that gives you a light factor of 1. Which is sad. That's not good light. That'll go out in like, 2 seconds. Oh hey, clerics and gargoyles and harpies. So, clerics, they can paralyze the party. Harpies can put the party to sleep. They can chain sleep you. So clerics can chain paralyze, harpies can chain sleep. I think I'm gonna turn around. I think I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna turn my ass around and go the other way. Oh hey, unicorns and wolverines and shadow beasts. Let's do it. Let's get in there. Oh hey, my alignment slipped. That's nice. Because yeah, unicorns, they're wonderful, majestic creatures of good. It's just a terrible thing when you murder them and sell their horns for money on the black market and drink their blood for eternal life. It's a shame, terrible shame. Man, here's what I'm gonna say. Like, I hear people talking about, milking the brand and all that, but, I don't know. Like, I will admit, when it comes to Zelda, okay, the last Zelda game I played was, Link Between Worlds on the 3DS, and I thought it was really good. It was just a rehash of Link to the Past. It totally was. But I enjoyed it. It was really fun. It had some fresh gameplay. I like the look of it, and I like the 3D, 2D thing going on. I thought it was fine. I thought it was good. I really enjoyed it. And then for Mario, the last Mario game I played was Mario 3D Land on the 3DS, which it was very classic. It felt like I was playing Mario 64, but with I have to say the 3D actually makes it better. Just a little bit. It actually does bring something to the table, because one of the main issues with 3D platformers is, well, platforming in 3D can be awkward, to say the least. So making it actual 3D with depth perspective, that actually, it really brought a lot to the table. But yeah, I'm not against having tons of games in a franchise. I'm not against that kind of thing, if that's what people want. It's really more about what people want, I think. Oh, I forgot, unicorns aren't affected by electricity. See, here's the thing. If what people want is another Mario game, if that's what they want, if they just want another Mario game or another Zelda game or another Call of Duty game or whatever, if that's what people want, if there's a demand for that, give the people what they want. I think it's not really a problem until it becomes something, until it sort of, there's a point where things get twisted and corrupted and perverted, and, so, okay, for me, that would be something entirely different. For me, it's The Sims, and I'll talk about that in a second once I kill these unicorns. I forgot magic not effective. But for me, right? For me, it's like The Sims. I loved The Sims 1. I played The Sims 1 with family. It was like a family kind of experience, And I love The Sims. I played Sims 1, Sims 2, Sims 3. I'm one of those people that I bought all the expansions. I bought all the fucking content. Even with The Sims 3, I even, as a sucker as I was, I even bought some of the store content in addition to the expansion content. God damn, right? But, oh, the unicorns are running away. But, the thing is, right, the thing about The Sims is that, with each iteration, things just kind of got worse. Well, no, in some ways they got better, in some ways they got worse. The Sims 3 is a fine game, although there was that Sims Store issue, which, you know, on top of selling you all the DLC and expansions and game packs and stuff packs, now then they also want to sell you a bunch of individual items on the store. Okay, yeah, at that point, people realize that they're being milked, right? But then you get to The Sims 4, in which, okay, people love The Sims, they want more, right? And so everyone, myself included, was looking forward to playing The Sims 4, because it's like, hey, it looks awesome, they're promising some new things, and then you actually played it, and The Sims 4 is just a shallow husk of what The Sims is supposed to be. And yet, they still, like, from day one, they were pushing, you know, game packs, expansion packs, stuff packs, all this DLC, and you realize that, wait a minute, you know, this is a shallow husk of a game. It's not even as good as the last game, but they're trying to milk us for all we're worth because, you know, there's not really an alternative to The Sims. And, like, to me, that's when it's gone too far. That's when you're like, you know, you're tapping a dry vein, and it's no longer what the people want. It's what EA wants, you know? So yeah, for me, that's when the whole, you know, franchise exhaustion, that's when it becomes a real problem. If the people want it, it's fine. If the company just wants to, you know, tap that dry vein more, when the people don't really want it, that's the problem. Yeah, I actually have seen LGR. I do comment there a few times. Like I've seen his thoughts on that, and I have to say, like, his thoughts on the Sims franchise, like that's pretty much my own, more or less. Like, I'm right there. I'm a long-term Sims fan, and I love the Sims. But EA has completely driven it into the ground, and they're just tapping that dry vein as hard as they can. And like, at this point, like, I play The Sims 3. I go back and play The Sims 3. That's my main Sims game right now. I bought The Sims 4, but I was so disgusted with it I couldn't really handle it. I bought like one of the expansions, I bought two of them. I bought the big expansions. I didn't buy any of the game packs because I thought maybe it would get better, right? But it didn't. And at that point I was like, no, I'm done. No more Sims for me. I mean, Sims 3, yeah, I'll play that all day long because I still have all that content, but like, I'm not going to support The Sims 4. No. Oh, we're surrounded. Yeah, a sack of gold. It's filled to the brim with 1 gold. Wait, is this the anti-magic zone? Yeah, no magic, so, no healing spells, no heals, no buffs, no magic. That'll be fun. So yeah, I don't want to chase anyone off with all of my my ranting there, but you know, I don't have a problem with like long-running franchises. I really don't. It depends on if it's what people want. Like, okay, a different example, right? Let's take the Final Fantasy franchise. I think the Final Fantasy franchise has had a lot of ups and downs, but overall, I mean, I'm still excited for Final Fantasy 15, you know? Because, well, here's the thing, I like pretty much all the Final Fantasy games all the way up to 13. I thought 12 was kind of plain, kind of boring, but it wasn't bad. And then 13, I didn't like it very much. I didn't think it was terrible, but I didn't like it very much. And then all those sequels came out, you know, 13-2 and then the Lightning game, and I didn't want any of that. I don't think anyone wanted any of that. And I think that maybe Square Enix, I think they kind of maybe eventually they sort of figured that out. And also there was Final Fantasy XIV, which I played for a long time up until recently. I like it. That game is good. That is a good MMO. It really is, and it's a pretty solid Final Fantasy game as well. It's actually more true to Final Fantasy than Final Fantasy 13 was. So yeah, like I'm not completely out of hope there. I don't feel like the vein has been tapped dry. I think they just have some ups and downs on that one. And yeah, no heals, no potions. I don't even know if there are potions in this game. If there are, I should probably get me some of those. but I haven't seen any. But yeah, the cleric is completely disabled. Alright, no mage spells, no cleric spells, no nothing. Not even if the paladin could cast spells. No, not here. I just have to take this last ghoul down. Yeah, and if you wanna, like, okay, so if I wanna piss everyone off and clear out the chat, so, like, yeah, my favorite Final Fantasy still, to this date, is, Final Fantasy VIII. I still stand by it. I know that for a lot of people, like, maybe 7 is their favorite, or maybe, like, Final Fantasy IV, and that's all good stuff, but for me, Final Fantasy VIII is the one that, like, whenever I replay a Final Fantasy game, it's usually the one that I go back and play. And for a lot of people, like, a lot of people that I talk to, they're like, Final Fantasy VIII is where it all went downhill, man. It was the beginning of the end, and then, you know, and then 9, what the fuck was that? Or well, it's mixed feelings. Some people like 9, some don't. But then I think universally people kind of don't like 10 at this point. Oh, I thought 10 was pretty good for what it was. I missed the world map, but that was about it. Ooh, 48 gold and 27 gems. I don't think Squall is the best main character. I don't. But I think I liked a lot of the other characters. Like Irvin. I think Irvin was a good character. I think honestly he was probably more interesting than Squall. I thought I don't know. Everyone loves was it Quistis, however you want to pronounce that. And then even fucking Zell had his moments. I think they were all fairly interesting, other than Squall. Like, Squall is kind of just there. That's sort of the issue, is that Squall's just kind of there for the whole game. Alright, let's go back to the inn, and wait, hold on. Before we do that, let's rest. How much food do I have? I have 37 units of food. Let's rest. So, how close are we to leveling up? That's the big question. How much EXP have I earned this whole time? Oh, I've only earned like 1,000 EXP. We need like 10,000 more EXP to go to level up. Oh man. Leveling up in this game, it like, when you first start, the leveling is so fast, you know? Like, you level up so fast, and you feel like you're making some good progress, but then the EXP sort of caps off, if you get what I mean. Like, you know, when you start the game, you're getting like you're getting like 100 to 200 EXP, or no, like you're getting like 50 to 200 EXP per fight, right? And that's good, like you level up really fast. But then as you, like, okay, like now I'm level 7, right? And at level 6 and 7, like, I'm still getting, you know, like 200 to 300 EXP per fight. But it takes me, you know, instead of taking like 1,000 or even 5,000 EXP to level, it takes like 30,000 EXP to level up now. So I'm basically getting the same amount of EXP as when I started, but it takes so fucking much longer to level up now. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. Yeah, Laguna. Laguna would have been a more fun character to play as, I think. They could have done more with that, but I liked it all. I liked it. Anyhow, man, all the, you know, as I rant about all that. Wait, what shop have I gone into here? Okay, that's the Mystical Metalworks. Okay, let's go to the Inn of Dusk. Let's sign in. And I think I'll leave, yeah, I've played this for like an hour 43. I think I'll leave Might and Magic Book 1 on this note. So, man, goddamn the grind. But hey, Might and Magic! This is the authentic experience. till next time on that one.